Okay, y'all. So y'all know I'm over here at this one. Y'all been over here 100 times. I'm not really. It ain't nothing special or anything. It's a typical yard that I do every 2 weeks. It pays good. I've been doing it for about 15 years, and it pays $1.50. So plus I'll spray, so it'll be $1.80 today. But a lot of things that I do, what I like to do is I like to make it hard for the customer to fire me. Now, I'm not worried about her firing me or anything because, well, I've been doing it for so long. She's not looking for nobody else, and she's always over the years has bumped the pay. I've never had to ask her for more money. When I first started doing this property in 2008, and y'all will see some of it today. I was charging $90, and now I'm $150. So that's probably what 75% increase in the last. Well, yeah. And she's giving me a lot of other work. Like she likes for me to spray damn near every time. So I probably end up getting another, I don't know, 400 or 500 out of her every year just on the spraying. Maybe not about 400 probably, 300 or 400. I spray 10 or 12 times a year, and I just spray like the wood lines, and but I don't do it all at one time. I usually just work the spray to keep it where I don't have to work so damn hard over here weed eating and everything, and especially around the pool area. So, but these river birch trees, they're trashy trees, man, and they leave a lot of debris. So I make it hard for a customer to fire me. So y'all see these little overhang branches right here, the lower ones, I'm gonna whack them off real quick with my nippers. It won't take a second, and it'll just look a lot neater right through here. I don't like all that, she's not asked me to. Well, Ray, I wouldn't do that unless she's paying me. Yeah, but that's why you ain't me, see? And that's why that's how I develop relationships from customers that last years and years and years. And that keeps me busy, and that keeps me going, and that keeps the bills getting paid and all that. So, like I said, this property I've been doing for 15 years or longer. It's one of the very first big ones that I got. Because back when I got this one in 2008, my minimum was like $35, $40. So this one right here was considered a big one then because I was charging $90, and every 2 weeks, I don't have a written contract with her or nothing. It's just a verbal thing, and what she does is if she wants me to spray, or I tell her that I'm going to spray, she writes a check for $330. What she'll do is I'll cut it one time, and she'll leave me a check for $300 for the mowing, and then but if I spray, if the check is $330, that means I'm going to spray. If the check is $300, that means I'm not going to spray. And sometimes I'll spray even if she don't do it, if I see it needs it, because, well, I'm here. This is one of my regulars, and I want the yard to be nice, and I don't want it to get too out of whack for me to be able to make money at the $1.50. So at the end of the day, I make just as much money on this property as I do on that great big one I did yesterday. The only difference is on that great big one, it might be a little bit closer to my house, but on that great big one, I don't have to weed eat. Everything's sprayed, and there's no weed eating or blowing over there where I showed y'all those bushes yesterday. He doesn't pay for that. So before any guys come at me, man, you left that yard looking like crap. I left that yard looking like he wants to pay for it. He doesn't want to pay any more than that. And when you're cutting 2.5 to 3 acres of straight grass, can't anybody just do that. I mean, anybody can if they got a mower, but can they make money at it? See, I'm barely making money on that one. I'd rather do this one than that one all day long, because this one right here takes me to a part of town that I could do other properties. Like the one I did yesterday, there's nothing around there to do, so there's no other money to make. So I got to drive 20 minutes back to close around my house to do more work besides that one. See, with this one, I could do this one, and then I'll hit 2 more on the way home, and that makes it a good route, and it makes it a route that's not overwhelming to me. It also makes it where these 3 that I do on this day, especially this one, it's a little further out than my regular yards. So as I work my way back home, I end up doing 2 more on the way home. One of them is the one where we laid that sod, and I'll show y'all that sod today, see what it's looking like. I got the bagger with me today, so I'm probably going to pick up some leaves over there. Yeah. And see, I don't really mind being out here in this kind of weather where it's 65 degrees. It's beautiful, man, and that is a big factor down here in Georgia where I'm at. The weather, how hot it is, and how humid it can be, and all that there. So, yeah. I'm going to get my nippers, and I'm going to reach up in there, and I'm going to cut some of those, and I'll let you. I'm gonna bring my truck. What I do is I cut me a place to park right here, and then I bring my truck around and park it right here, out of the way of everything. Well, you shouldn't be parking on the people's grass. Me and her have an arrangement, and that's exactly what she wants me to do. She knows that I'm going to do that. Because why? Because I do the yards the same way every time I come, to make it better and to make it where I don't miss nothing. You try to do the yards different every time you come, especially if you got guys working for you. Oh my God, it gets to be a real cluster. If you're solo, you can methodically do things in a way to where, like I've been doing this property so long that I could get off the mower right now and I could go blow, and I wouldn't be wasting my time, because I would blow areas that I know I'm not gonna mow and blow the grass toward that area. But see, you got guys out here, you can't go do all that. You have to kind of make sure that they're doing things the same way so you can do things the same way. If they're not doing it the same way we did it last time, and I am, then we got a problem, right? And that's the biggest thing that I've learned this summer. We guys, and I've known it all along, I've just had, I've had decent, consistent help out here for the last few years. With Zach was pretty consistent, about as consistent as you're probably going to get out here. I'm not going to find no Harvard grad to come out here and spend his career with Ray. So Zach has always done really good on the jobs. It's just all the other stuff. So let me grab let me back the mower up a little bit so I can put y'all in a spot. This is not like a long, I don't see. What I've noticed with guys that come out here is, when I say we'll do something real quick, there ain't nothing real quick about nothing. They do it as if they're getting paid to do that, and that only. So you can't hardly do that when you got what I'm doing now. When you got guys out here, if they don't know what to do, like I know that looks terrible, and I know that I can cut that off in a matter of seconds. Matter of fact, I got the old hedge trimmers in the truck with me. I can cut a lot of that stuff back just a little bit, and that'll make it a lot neater looking, because you're not going to stop these trees from doing what they do. They're terrible, man. Y'all see these hedge trimmers? These hedge trimmers right here, y'all, they are about 13 years old, man. Yeah. I said yeah. So see that? How long did that take? That right there, y'all, that's a small price to pay for customer retention. Look, that look a lot better. Y'all know it does. So, now y'all remember the last time I was over here, I got that big branch down and I charged her for that. See? And she don't mind paying because she knows if I'm charging, then it's worthy of the charge because, well, we got a relationship. I'm not charging her for this, but this is a small price to pay for customer service and retention and everything. Like right now, she could have told me on the lawn, it don't need it today. She could have done that and put it off to next week, but she never does that because she knows I do stuff like what I did there last time. Knows I do stuff like what I did here this time, and she might even ask me how much I owe her for that. I'm going to tell her nothing. Let's just keep doing what we're doing, man, right? I made the money last time, so I don't have to. And that took less than 10 minutes, all of that. So, and it don't look a lot better? You got to have a vision for it. But see, if I had a guy out here, he would not know exactly what to cut. And he wouldn't be moving like I'm moving around. He just wouldn't. They don't... You know, they cut one limb and then they had to stop me and ask me to cut what to cut. You got to have a vision, you know, of what it should look like. And you got a lot of trash in the trees, period. You know. Like here's a branch right here hung up. Yeah, I'll take that to the woods. But these two right here, I'll throw on the mower and take to the woods. The rest of them almost up. So. But yeah, I like